Alright, in this lesson I will show you how to add tax information to your WooCommerce store. So it's up to you if you are planning to include a tax in your products and you're going to charge your customers. To add tax information, first of all you want to go to WooCommerce and select settings. Before adding all tax information, first you should enable tax option. So click here to enable taxes. Once you have enabled this option, click Save Changes. And right here, tax bar will appear. So click on it. So right now I will explain you how it works. So right here we have tax options. So this is where all tax options are done. These are all settings for taxes. And these all other three sections are basically categories for taxes. So in this category you can include standard tax rates, in this category reduced rates, and in this category zero rates. So as you can see, the first option, prices entered with tax, is set to no, so you don't need to do any changes right here, just leave it as it is, because you will be entering prices without taxes. Alright, so the second option is calculate tax based on, and you should select customer shipping address. This is a common practice. You have other options available like customer billing address or shop base address, but customer shipping address is a common practice and you should keep it the way it is. Alright, so shipping tax class. So just like I said, these tax classes are just the categories for your tax rates. That's it. So select to standard, and this option rounds tax at subtotal level. So if you enable this option, the tax will be rounded at subtotal level instead of rounding per line. By default it's not enabled, so you can keep it as it is. And this information, additional tax classes, so these additional tax classes are shown right here and you actually don't need to do any changes. Alright, so this option, display prices in the shop. So by default it's selected to excluding tax and you should keep it this way. It's recommended by WooCommerce, but if you want you can include tax in your product prices. Again, it's just a common practice at WooCommerce to exclude tax and only show full price with the tax at the end of the checkout. And you have an option to exclude tax when a customer has added his products into cart or he's already at the checkout. And some people say that you should leave tax information at the end of payment process because prices with taxes might discourage your potential customers to buy your products. But there's another interesting thing when, let's say, you include tax at the end of the checkout process and your customer gets surprised. All suddenly price is higher when he expected. So I think we can debate on this question if it's good to include tax in the product price or it's good to include tax at the end of the checkout process. I believe that one of the best places to include price with a tax is in your customer's cart. Once he will be ready to place an order, he will not be surprised where this extra cost is coming from. And this shouldn't discourage your potential customer from placing an order on your store. Of course, you can run your WooCommerce store even without using this feature of taxes. It's just for you to make your life as the owner of e-commerce store a little bit easier. So for example, I'm just gonna enable this option. I'm gonna include tax in the cart and the checkout page, so you would see how it works. Alright, so include tax in cart and the checkout pages. And this one you can write that included VAT, that the tax is included, or you can keep it like this. It's up to you. By default it's set to nothing, so you can keep it the way it is, and later you will see how this all tax thing looks, how tax information is going to look in the checkout page. Alright, and you have the last option, display tax totals. So you can choose itemized, so the tax will be shown for every item in your customer's cart and checkout page, or you can select as a single total. So it's up to you how you want to display tax totals. You can choose itemized or you can show it as a single total. So let's select as a single total for this example, and once you're done with these all settings you can hit save changes. Alright, so I will show you how to add your sales tax rates. And it's done in this category, standard rates, because we are going to use only this category. We are not going to use any of these other categories. So click right here, standard rates, and all you have to do is just click insert row. So here you have to enter your country code. In my case, it's going to be Lithuania, so the code of my country is LT, and sales tax rate is 21%. Once you're done, you can click Save Changes, and right now, once a customer purchases something from my shop and he's located in Lithuania, he will be charged of 21% sales tax rate. So you can see it right here. Let's go to my cart, and as you can see, here are all prices without including tax. So once I refresh this page, you'll see how it changes. So as you can see, right now it includes tax, so which is $22, as you can see it right here. Let's say we can add another country, but not just country, we can include US and add a state. So to do that, all you have to do is just click Insert Row and enter US, so United States, and state code, let's say California. Alright, and the next thing would be add your rate. And for finding rates of certain state or country, you can use maps of sales tax rates. So you can find these maps in Google. Let's say, for example, I found this map of sales tax. It's called Sales Tax Handbook, and here you can see all the rates. So in this case, California is going to be 6%. So let's add 6%. 6, and you don't want to include sales tax for shipping, so deselect this option. You can also deselect this option compound rates, you don't really need it. This option is only applied when, let's say, some kind of country or state has multiple sales tax rates which are applied on top of another. So once you have added all needed information, countries, states or any other, and you have included sales tax rates, you can save all settings, and now every time your customers gonna buy on your store, they will have to pay sales tax rate depending on their location. So basically that's all you need to know about tax information.